What if I told you the biggest pop star in history was secretly fighting battles that completely changed the meaning of his own songs? And once you hear this, you will never listen to Michael Jackson the same way again. Because behind the moonwalk, behind the records, behind the fame, there were secrets hidden inside the music. And some of them are darker than you think. Let's start with the bass line that changed music forever. Billie Jean. You've heard it 1,000 times. But do you actually know who Billie Jean was? Michael said the song was inspired by real letters he received from women claiming he fathered their children during the Jackson 5 era. Most artists would ignore that. Michael turned it into a warning story. But here's what almost ruined the song. Producer Quincy Jones wanted to cut the intro down. He even suggested changing the title. Michael refused. He knew that slow, haunting build was hypnotic, and he was right. When he performed it at Motown 25, he debuted the moonwalk. And in that exact moment, he stopped being a star and became a legend. But that was just the beginning, because the next song almost never made the album at all. Thriller. Executives didn't think a 14-minute horror short film would work. Radio stations were unsure. A spooky pop song, risky. But Michael wasn't thinking about radio. He was thinking about immortality. He worked with Rod Temperton to transform a track originally called Starlight into something cinematic. Then they brought in horror actor Vincent Price for that legendary spoken outro, and here's the genius part most people miss. Thriller wasn't just a song. It was the moment music videos became mini-movies. After that, the music industry would never be the same. But if you think that was his most personal song, it wasn't. Not even close. The song that truly revealed Michael's pain was hidden in plain sight, Man in the Mirror. At first listen, it sounds uplifting, inspirational, hopeful. But listen carefully. I'm starting with the Man in the Mirror. That wasn't just lyrics, it was confession. At the peak of his fame, Michael felt isolated, pressured, constantly watched. The bigger he became, the smaller his world felt. And here's something most fans don't realize. He didn't even write that song alone, but he sang it like it was written from his soul. That gospel build, that emotional final chorus. It wasn't performance, it was release. But the darkest story might belong to another hit entirely. Smooth Criminal. Sounds like a stylish crime story, right? Wrong. The name Annie actually comes from CPR training dummies. Annie, are you okay? Is a phrase used in first aid training. Michael took something clinical and turned it into pop mythology. But here's what makes it genius. He blended anxiety into rhythm. The heartbeat-like pulse, the sharp choreography, the aggressive vocals. It feels urgent because it's designed to feel like danger. And that was Michael's superpower, turning emotion into rhythm. But the song that changed everything for him personally was Black or White. When it dropped in 1991, it wasn't just a single, it was a global event, premiered simultaneously in dozens of countries, watched by hundreds of millions. Michael wasn't just releasing music, he was making statements, but the ending caused controversy. The Panther transformation, the destruction scenes. Networks edited it, critics attacked it. But Michael believed art should provoke emotion, even discomfort, and that tension followed him for the rest of his career. Now here, asks the question no one asks, why were so many of his biggest songs about paranoia, conflict, being watched? Because from childhood, Michael never had normalcy. Fame started at age 10. Pressure never stopped. And that's why they don't care about us hits differently today. It wasn't just anger, it was exhaustion. He felt misunderstood by media, attacked by headlines, judged constantly. So he fought back the only way he knew how, through music. But here's the twist. Despite all the controversy, all the pressure, all the scrutiny, his music still broke records. Thriller remains one of the best-selling albums in history. And decades later, new generations still discover him. Why? Because beyond spectacle, there was obsession with perfection. Michael would rehearse the same move hundreds of times, record vocals over and over, beatbox entire arrangements before instruments were added. He didn't just sing songs, he engineered moments. And maybe that's why his music feels larger than life, because it cost him pieces of his own. When you listen to Billie Jean, you're hearing anxiety. When you watch Thriller, you're seeing ambition. When you sing Man in the Mirror, you're feeling reflection. So the next time you hear a Michael Jackson song, ask yourself, was it just pop music? Or was it a message hidden inside rhythm? If you want deeper stories like this, where we break down the truth behind the world's biggest songs, make sure you subscribe to The Story Behind Songs. And before you click away, tell me in the comments, which Michael Jackson song should we uncover next? Because the story behind it might surprise you.